Sarah Sigmundsdottir currently tied for 5th with 88 points after event number 1.
And both of those athletes, I think, have a great chance here. Now, there are two people that I think are coming in with like two different stories. One, Emily Rolfe is very good at the assault bike. She did great in the Rogue event, was right behind Amanda Barnhart, who has just dismantled that event. So I'm expecting to see her, because we're not having to do 40 straight, and it's broken up, I'm expecting to see her do really well here. When you talk about Sarah Sigmundsdottir, we always are looking at redemption. How is she able to handle the pressure? How is she able to handle whatever sort of things sort of come up? In the first event, she looked strong, but got tired. You can see that starting to break her down. This is the time on this is a lot shorter. Can she hang in there with that mental toughness? That's what we're going to see.
She got off to a really good start in event number 1, but then faded towards the back, and that's what allowed Ellie Turner to catch up and win that event. So Bethany Shadburn right next to Sarah Sigmundsdottir. She was ahead of Sarah when they got to these 21 chest-to-bar pull-ups.
Again, a set of 21 pull-ups, not a big deal, but you can really start to ramp up your heart rate if you're not careful.
Keys to this event is Bethany Shadburn and some other athletes, along with Ohana Moya Oliver, are back to the bike.
You know, when you got to manage those thrusters, Sean, you have to make sure that you don't empty the tank on the thrusters. Where you need to make your move and where you really need to be very aware is on that bike. The Echo bike is going to be the key. It will make or break this event. So know exactly how hard to push, and hopefully you've been doing that in training, so you know exactly where to go on that second round of 15.
Athletes closing out this first round of 21 calories, 6 minutes, 50.70 seconds is the top time. It belongs to Lucy Campbell. 10-minute time cap in the second and final event here on day number 1 for the elite individuals.
You see these athletes are really trying to utilize their arms and legs. This is a lot of legs that are going to be in here, and that's what everyone's going to be complaining about. So if they can utilize their arms as much as they can, really pumping into those handles on the Echo bike, that's really going to help their legs out.
Shadburn, Spiegel now. Less than 5 calories remaining. Hunters in lane number 6.
Again, we're trying to make out lane numbers on the floor. They are really hard to see here. Bethany Shadburn is onto the barbell. She is on the left, so that's Ellie Turner, I believe, or I think that's Ellie Turner 2 lanes down from Bethany Shadburn. And again, we saw Ellie have a really good performance in event number 1. She's your overall leader coming into this event with 100 points after winning that event late.
And the way Ellie was working that bar, you could see she was going a little bit wider with her hands, so I think that was a smart move on her part. Wasn't trying to race those thrusters, just getting through them, trying to keep that heart rate down and relax herself so she can really go to work on that bike.
Ellie Turner, first woman to the 15 chest-to-bar pull-ups. Bethany Shadburn is close behind her. Danny Spiegel onto the chest-to-bar pull-ups as well. And now Ellie Turner back to the bike for the second time, 15 calories now.
The gas tank that Ellie Turner is showing, I mean, the fact that she's running back and forth between each one of these segments of that event is insane. You think you're going to be tired. You want to try to recover when you're making that transition, but she's racing that, and that's what you want to see in your winner.
Now Bethany Shadburn is onto the bike. Danny Spiegel is onto the bike as well. So Spiegel has now moved into 3rd. There goes Fisa Gaffi on the left side of your screen.
I'm hoping
Here comes Sigmundsdottir.
I'm hoping with Bethany that she's able to build in this second round so that she can open up the tank for that set of 9. Now, if you look over to your left, Sarah Sigmundsdottir, look at her face. That body language is showing that, like, she went out too hard on that set of 21, and that's something that will crush you. Because you don't just sort of slow down, it slams the door, and you're kind of just like picking yourself up off the ground at that point.
And to be fair to Sarah, we remember she really has just gotten back to training for competition over the past couple of months after fully rehabbing that knee injury that she suffered last year that kept her out of the season. And now Ellie Turner is now done with her 15 calories and will move back to the barbell, looking to go 2 for 2 here on day number 1, 6:50.70 seconds. That is the time that she has to beat She already won the opening event, so if you had Ellie Turner on top of the overall standings after day one, we're going to Vegas.
Look at her move on that. She looks so strong, does not look fatigued or in pain at all, which is incredible.
She's done with her 9 thrusters. Bethany Shadburn currently sits in second place in the heat. Danny Spiegel was in 3rd.
Shadburn looks like she's struggling just a touch, but still hanging in there. Look, you can see the recovery. She's walking back where Ellie was running back. That's a whole difference in the race.
Her coach, Justin Kotler, is the man leaning over the rail in the hat. You may have seen him on the right side. He's shouting instructions to his athlete as Ellie Turner goes back to the bike and has more than a minute to complete 9 calories and get her 2nd event win of day number 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we knew that she was in the mix, but I don't think anyone was expecting her to come out with 2 first-place wins on day number 1. This is a great set of momentum for her out here this weekend.
Danny Spiegel, you saw her in the background in the yellow top. She's going back to the pull-up bar for her 9 pull-ups. So Ellie Turner wins event 1, coming from behind to do it, but leads from the front in event number 2 and is perfect on day number 1. 200 out of a possible 200 points for Ellie Turner as she picks up her 2nd event win. And now Bethany Shadburn looking to pick up 2nd place in the event, and she will get in 6:29. So now Lucy Campbell's time of 6:50.70 seconds is the 3rd best time.
You know, and Bethany Shadburn still, maybe she didn't win this event, but you know how it is. You don't have to win every event. You just have to be up towards the top. So if she can hang into these positions and just keep sitting in those 2nd, 3rd spots, she's going to have an unreal finish by the end of the weekend.
It looks like Fee Sagafi got in ahead of Lucy Campbell. So Sagafi trying to finish 3rd in this event. There's Danny Spiegel closing out her 9 calories.
You know, the thing with Danny Spiegel, she's one of those home run hitters. If she gets an event that's going to be hers, she's going to knock it out of the park. If it's not, that she's kind of in the mix, and so she has to think about, like, where can I manage that? Where can I manage a little bit of damage control?
Olivia Oliver, pardon me, just came in. Sarah Sigma's daughter has finished. We mentioned Danny Spiegel. She was 2nd place overall coming to this event. She led Bethany Shadburn by 9 points. So Shadburn may be tied now with Spiegel for 2nd. Still early, but you can really set yourself up nicely for the rest of the weekend if you are towards the top of the overall leaderboard. We still have 6 events to go though, but Ellie Turner 2 for 2 on day number 1.
That's these athletes trying to get themselves in there again. You know, they're just kind of holding on. You can see the Bambi walk a lot of these athletes are doing as they go up to that button to smack it down and stop their time. Oh, and they're going to feel that tomorrow. Oh,
I think that's Taylor Howe who's sprawled out towards the camera. Then Christine Best just came across in lane 10. And if you had to describe Fran in just a picture, I'm thinking that would probably be it.
Wow, look at that. I don't know what she's been doing in her training, but she looks good. So composed.
Ellie Turner, Games athlete from this last year. She was 26th place overall. It's her first Games appearance. Really starting out well here.
You know, it's crazy though, even though she was 21st, which is, you know, great, you made it to the Games, that's awesome. You're obviously a Games athlete, that's huge. But you come to this event and you have all these names that are out there, and I think what's working in her favor is there's not a lot of expectation from the surrounding people that are thinking that she's going to be winning. So when you come out and get 2 first place like that, you're knocking people's doors down.
That was Elena Caratala-Salahuya, who just was the last woman to finish. But Ellie Turner, a great day 1. Takes event number 1, wins event number 2, and she will sit atop the overall standings heading into day number 2.